Okay, so it's a new day, and today I'm gonna try and fix my vertical jump to the best of my ability, because I know it's been a bit controversial how bad it is, I guess, over my VertShock series. So I thought I should probably try and fix it before I make like a full review on VertShock. I am also wearing my new basketball shoes. They are the CP3 9s. Normally I wouldn't wear these outside, but I thought if I'm gonna go for it, then I might as well use all the resources that I have available to me. I've also been using the Dunk Calculator website to figure out how quick I need to be going, and also it tells me that I've got to jump 27 inches to touch the rim, and it's 33 inches to be able to dunk. And I think it said that I need to travel 4 meters a second at the time that I'm about to jump. So I've got some chalk with me, and I'm going to measure out where I have to be like with each of my steps, so that I guess it will help with my form a bit. And then I'm going to go step by step through the I Love Basketball TV's vertical jump technique video. I think it's about 10 minutes long, and then I'm just going to comment after every point, I guess, as to which points are appropriate for me, I guess. Okay, so I've just marked out 4 meters. You can't really get a sense of scale, but this is about 4 meters. This is what I have to travel in 1 second. So I think first I'm just gonna record myself running it, see if I can get to 4 seconds in about 5 steps, I guess. Also, it's just started raining, so this isn't gonna be fun.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, next I think I'm going to mark out every step that I have to take on my run up. Right, so I've tried to mark out some foot placement guides just in the floor. These with chalk. You can't see them that great on this camera. Basically, my left foot is going to start on this line here, and then I've drawn another one there, so I'm going to take my first step and land here. And then I've got another one here, which will be my third one. It's my second step. Ignore the other lines, I kind of had a failed attempt first. And then this one here is going to be my third one. And then my final one, all the way over there to try and get the really long last step. And then my right foot is going to come here. So then this is what it will look like as I'm taking off. So first I'm going to try and jump with these foot guiders first, without looking at any of the improvements from the I Love Basketball TV video.
Now, mistake number 1 is stutter stepping. Stutter stepping is when you take way too many steps in the beginning of short, choppy steps. You do not want to do this.
So point 1 of the video was saying about stutter stepping, that it will decelerate your run up, but as slow as my run up is, I don't think I've been doing stutter stepping for a while, so I think we can go on to the next point.
The next mistake that we want to remove from our approach is deceleration, aka slowing down.
Mistake 2 is slowing down as you get further into your approach, and now this is probably one of the biggest mistakes that I make. I don't know why, it doesn't feel like I'm slowing down, but clearly from the videos I am, so this is something that I'm going to definitely have to work on today.
Now, the third and final mistake of the approach that we're going to discuss in this video is too much forward lean.
Mistake number 3 is leaning too far forward in your approach. Now, I don't think this is one of the major problems, but I haven't actually really noticed I've been doing that. So I'll make sure that I'm not today.
Now let's talk about some keys to having a good approach. Now, the first thing you want to make sure you're doing in your approach is running with dorsiflexion.
Alright, so improvement 1 was running with dorsiflexion, which is basically where you've got your toes pointed up towards your shins, as you would have seen in that video. So let's give that a go first, and then basically how this is going to work is I'm going to add each improvement to the last one until I guess we get a perfect run up. Okay, so I can definitely say I felt a bit more elastic and a bit explosive on that last jump, even though my placement wasn't exactly the best. But let's go on to improvement number 2.
So the next fixes to the approach are going to be to fix those mistakes that I mentioned earlier, especially number 2 and number 3. We got to fix the forward lean. We want a more upright torso. We want our chest up, head up. A great hack for this is just look up at the rim, and that's going to ensure that your head is up, your chest is up. And what this does is it gives you the ability to control your momentum better. So when you take all that speed horizontal to vertical, you're taking it vertical and not going too far forward. Next, we want a good accelerated approach. So we're not going to slow down, but we're going to speed up during the approach so that we're hitting our maximum controlled velocity right at the takeoff.
Alright, so improvement 2 is just fixing the mistakes from earlier. So that was the slowing down into your jump, which I guess is just a mental thing. You've got to focus on speeding up, and then also leaning forward into your jump. So for that, it suggested just looking at the rim, which is what someone said not to do in the comments, but I'll give it a go with the I Love Basketball TV way anyway. Just keep my head up, keep standing tall, and not leaning forward and not decelerating into my jump. So let's give that a go. So I can't really say that I feel much different in those improvements as when I did with running with dorsiflexion, but I can definitely say that I think from the footage I was jumping maybe a little bit higher. I was kind of getting my fingers over the rim, but I wasn't really that close to grabbing on. So I guess it's a little bit closer to being able to match week 7 than I was with week 8, but we're not done yet.
Your takeoff, you want it to be the point at where you're fastest. So you want the beginning of your approach the slowest, and then at that moment of takeoff, you want that to be the fastest. And the way to ensure that this happens is by having what we call a quick penultimate step.
So the last point is just really talking about the penultimate step. It's saying that the quick penultimate step is like essential. So I was looking at his run up, and his was actually only like a left step, a right step, and then went straight into his penultimate 2 steps. So I might try that, and I might try my original run up as well, see if it makes that much of a difference. I know that if it's shorter, then I'll definitely have a more of a quick penultimate step. So let's just give it a go. Okay, so looking from that last clip, I'd say my dorsiflexion and my standing tall is looking great, but my penultimate last step, I've noticed that I'm still kind of coming completely off the ground when it's meant to be just another step instead of like a jump. So I'll try and fix that one next. I'd also say that it looks like my last 2 steps are a bit too close to the rim, because on that last jump I kind of over jumps a bit too far.
You want to stay tall. You want to use dorsiflexion when you run, when you jump. Use dorsiflexion. You want to accelerate all the way through from the beginning of your approach all the way into your takeoff. You want to get faster and faster, and you need a quick penultimate so you can transfer all that horizontal speed vertical.
feels like now this is probably just gonna have to be some kind of series where you can comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong next, and then I can try and fix it in the next video. But I guess for a starter, this video was pointed out to from quite a lot of people to me, and I feel like I've tried the best of my ability to fix those issues. Looking back on this, I'm sure I'll see something that will just make me feel sick with my run up, and I'm sure you guys will as well. But it's all part of the journey, you know. Make some content. But yeah, I think that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and leave comments on what I'm doing really badly. I'm sure there'll be no end to what I can improve on. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.